What is going on, everybody? How we doing? How are we doing? I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Today was interesting, huh? Interesting day, huh? I hope you guys all had a good, safe trading day. It has been an interesting one, to say the least. I honestly should have put a bet on to how fast somebody would have asked me if I took any trades. If we look at the open past 9:30, we didn't do anything up until literally just now, 9:45. My whole plan this morning was literally to take longs if we inverse this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. But since we haven't done anything until just now, like Trump is literally speaking now. And I believe so. My low hanging fruit objective for the day was Asia highs, and we just reached them. But today, keep in mind, what is today? Today is the last day of the month for September. It's also the last day of quarter 3. This is a perfect representation as to what type of price action you're going to get during a day like that. I didn't really have any sort of like means of something good besides longs, and I didn't want to take shorts. My only bias today was longs. Why was it that? Because we had an SMT at the previous daily low with the S&P 500, like here. So my idea was framing longs because of this daily SMT set in here. So I saw that, and that's what I came into the day. I went down to the 4-hour chart, and the 4-hour chart, at least before in the 6 a.m. candle here, there was an SMT at the previous 4-hour candle lows. And then price started expanding, and we started like trading higher prior to the open. And then when the open came in, you guys could see we had that 15-minute candle dropped us lower. We had a 10 o'clock news release. 10 o'clock news didn't really do anything. It was dull, like dried out. So I didn't get anything there. My only inclination to be able to capitalize on a trade was if we inverse this 5-minute gap, but we also just created this 5-minute bullish order block that price tagged here that we bounced off of and went right to Asia highs. But the risk to reward wasn't of value to me for me to like do anything. But price should start expanding from here. We have a 15-minute bullish breaker block, but nothing like that. I'm just so eager to lay risk onto, giving it the fact that it's the last day of the month and last day of the quarter. I wanted to get my entry off early in the morning, but early in the morning, I'm literally like, I want to rip my eyeballs out of my face because I just was sitting through this. And you guys already know me. I'm not the one that is looking to take executions later on in the day, especially when I know Trump is speaking at 11. So that was what happened with me today. But if we end up expanding, if we expand today and we like, depending on if I don't really think today's daily candle is going to expand enough to go to previous daily high. Maybe we go to like consequent encroachment of this daily wick, which is like right here. Where is this? At 24,893. Like maybe we go there. But I don't know if we're going to go all the way to previous daily high today. It legitimately, all I really wanted to get a trade off of was to Asia highs. That was all I could really care about. And if you look at like the S&P 500 too, S&P 500 was certified dog shit. Like this thing was horrendous. 5-minute chart, 3-minute, 1-minute. Everything across the board looks like heinous ass that I couldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. So no, I didn't take YM shorts, bro. I just said that I didn't do anything. I took a small trade before the open that got stopped out, but that was literally it because I wanted us to go long. Out past the open, I didn't do anything. I took a small loss in the morning. I didn't get anything off after the open. And like literally I got off the live stream with my Discord and then price on this 5-minute candle just nutted. Which was gross. Gold gave this 4-hour to 15-minute entry for the forever model. If you guys saw that. But I don't think there was SMT though. That's the only issue. Was there SMT? Yeah, there was. Right here. There was SMT with silver. We had a 4-hour gap. This gave a nice forever model entry. 4-hour gap, higher low on gold. And then we had a lower low on gold. Resting here. And then in that 15-minute, the 15-minute had a short-term low right here. That was ran by that down close candle, and then it popped when we closed above it right there. Yeah, no, I mean, at least you saw it. Like, at least you saw what I just listed right here. So that's good. At least you see what I'm saying. That's a red flag. That's a green flag. That's a green flag. But yeah, like after equities open, I nearly wanted to get off so fast. Because like the old me, when I'm watching price just do consolidation within like between a low and a fair value gap, and we're not really doing anything, I would be like forced to like look at the lower time frame because I don't see anything on the higher, and that would make me lose so much bread. But like I tweeted this out yesterday as well, and I said if I didn't stay on the 15-minute chart, I would have been fried, because if you look yesterday was like the same thing. We had a 15-minute drop lower into this like relative low that created an SMT, and then price expanded higher. I was watching price inside of these like inside of what's it called? These 15-minute gaps here, but obviously like we didn't end up holding it through, but staying on the 15-minute chart helped me out in regards to keeping myself in a condition of one, either executing from a 15-minute to M1 or just not taking a trade at all. Yeah, 9 a.m. to 10 was a headache and a half. Like I only wanted price if we inverse the 5-minute fair value gap right here. That was literally going to be it. And obviously we didn't do that, and price ended up expanding at 10:45, giving us the order block here, and then price pumped up right to Asia. I would have like wanted something or favored something if it was clean. Like after we created this low from 935 and we swept out that low again here, I was anticipating potentially like getting in from like another breaker setup or like maybe like the order block setup here to target the Asia highs, which would have been like a relatively close to 1 to 2 risk to reward target. But that didn't really sit well with me based off of what ES and NQ were doing. And then I'm just like I continuously come to the realization that we're literally trading the last day of the month and the last day of the quarter. Like I just don't have high expectations for a day like this. And neither should you guys. Like past 12 o'clock, get off the charts and thank me later. Where do I think price will go? I mean, I'm assuming price will go higher. My only objective point, low hanging fruit for the day, was Asia highs, unless ES wants to play catch up and go to Asia highs as well. But ES has been doing nothing since even before the open, like since 8 o'clock. I have this relative high marked off here, which is the consequent encroachment of the daily wick from Friday or from Monday. Sorry. So 24,893.5 is maybe where price could go on NQ. That's my guess. Guess we go there. And we'll go there maybe if ES catches up to NQ. The Dow Jones is doing the complete polar opposite right now. Like we were bullish at the open, and then now we're bearish at the new 10 o'clock candle. I mean, I just don't really care for this right now. I just know that there's going to be more opportunity later on in the week. But gun to my head, CE of the daily wick from yesterday. CE the daily wick from yesterday. And what would it be another live stream without me eating? No, I didn't take the gold trade. I haven't traded gold in a while, bro. No. I'm not shorting YM. Where are you going to target, bro? We already took out the lows here. Unless price wants to go. Honestly, I have no idea. Price could do anything at this point. I do not have high expectations for today's trading, especially after seeing the mind-numbing stuff that I saw past the open. Oh, before was valid. My bad. There was an SMT at the Asia highs, and then price ended up displacing lower to the relative lows, or previous daily low. It was decent on the 15-minute. I don't think that you got the tag on, though, here. I think the tag, you might have missed the tag. Unless you took, oh, wait, wow. You would have had to take this one, bro. You would have had to take this OB up there. But am I taking that one? You would have to take that. But, I mean, that's the model. This is what you're talking about, right? Bro, I have no idea. This looks absolutely horrendous to me. My guess is as good as yours in regards to where price wants to go. Price is not displacing. There's more, like we have no fair value gaps for reference point. We're literally just taking out lows and highs. Like price is legitimately just clearing both sides of the market, if you guys can't tell this by now. And when this is happening, that's a sign for you to stay off of the market. Stay out. don't fish for things when we don't have like proper displacement and we're like consolidating within a range. That's the last thing that you guys want to be doing. It'll only hurt you. It'll do you more. It'll do you worse than good. Did EU sales continue? I saw dollar or euro reach into this daily gap here and create an SMT. The only issue here is the fact that dollar or GU already took out that low here, and EU did not, and dollar didn't take out that high. So the daily close here is going to be pretty important because we'll know if we inverse this daily gap or not. Same thing with the dollar, or same thing with EU, and same thing with GU. So that'll be pretty important. I'm not going to lie. That'll be pretty important. What's going on, gang? What is going on? But I didn't take any trades yesterday. I took a small trade in the morning for a pre-market long that didn't end up working out because I anticipated price to just expand at the open. And then past the opening price, we've done practically nothing. So, Richie, everything for me is derived from the daily chart, and my depiction from the daily chart was bullish. I'm not bearish here. Neither will I be looking for sells at points in price like this because the only read that I had today was a SMT at a previous daily low that we had with ES and NQ in the Dow. So when I went to the 4-hour chart and I see that price is literally just retracing after an impulse, I'm not looking for shorts in this move. I'm not. I'm only looking for longs. So in a situation like this, I'm not switching bias. If price goes short, I simply won't participate in the market. That's it. Because I don't have anything of confidence from a higher time frame perspective to back my bias at all. I only had a strong bullish bias going into the day, not bearish. But then when we had the opening come in, like we have just been shopping since then. Hourly chart, barcode, 15-minute chart, taking out lows, taking out highs, now taking out lows again potentially. Same thing with the S&P 500. We've been in the tightest range since, even before this, during London too, which is gross. Like this is why prop firms make so much money, because there's people like a lot of unprofitable people that just end up spam clicking because they can't tell where price is going to go and they're guessing. Like I'll bet a lot of you guys tried longing just now. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And you're going to get stopped. And then you're going to come to the realization that a day like this is nothing even valuable to try and participate in. Richie, just keep your bias and your narrative framework based off of the daily chart. I just spit. That was gross. Ask yourself a couple questions. How can you anticipate the daily candle to form? Open, high, low close, open, low, high close. Where is the resting liquidity in the market? That's very important. Like identifying where is your draw on liquidity for that day. Look at session lows, session highs. What is left? What is taken? What is not? Where is your SMT in the market? Are there imbalances that you could utilize to frame trades off of from 4-hour hourly perspectives, and then go from there? And that's exactly what I did and how I came to the conclusion of my longs this morning. I went from a daily chart. I went and looked from the daily for the SMT at the previous daily low. And then after I found that, I moved down to the 4-hour chart. I identified my SMT on the 4-hour. And then I made my way down again. I went from the 15-minute to the 5-minute. And then I saw that 5-minute bearish fair value gap resting here. I wanted price to inverse it between my times of my executions. Post the open, and you could see literally how fickle price was at those points in price. Like, we had the 9:30 open drop, and then I was looking to get my execution in at that 9:45 candle. We didn't take it out. We didn't close above, just placed lower. Had another potential opportunity here from 10 o'clock. We pushed up higher. We reached the high of that inverse gap, traded lower. Didn't get that inverse until 10:45. Later on, I don't execute past 11. No, I did not. Price could still go higher today, but I mean, it's not going to affect me. I just think that they're going to close off this monthly candle here. Monthly candle's capped, and the daily chart probably going to stay within this previous daily candle's range. But if I look at the weekly chart, on all three, if we end up don't going higher from to this resting high here on NQ, maybe what we could get is the daily or the weekly bullish fair value gap down here, like that. Or NFP comes in, takes out the high, and then we go to this gap. Same thing with ES, like this. Like, we set in a wick, we fail to take out the high on the Dow Jones, and then we get this sort of SMT peak like this and like that. Fuck. Like that. But again, these are just possible random scenarios that I'm making in my head. I really won't be bearish unless we like inverse like that. Let's say this 4-hour gap here. If price violates this 4-hour gap on NQ, then maybe I'll be bearish. What? You saying that I should stick to one bias for the whole session? No, I mean, I'm saying based off of your bias should be strict based off of what your anticipation is for the daily candle. Your daily, you're anticipating how the daily candle should form. It should be, if it's not obvious to you, then don't do anything that day. Like, for me, my only thing obvious move was the fact of me having daily SMT here. But like, let's say in a different situation, let's say let's go back, I guess. Let's clear out this like this. Let's say we didn't even have any SMT at the previous daily low. Or like, let's say this wick, like we didn't have We had today's daily candle trading within Monday's daily range on all three. I would wait coming into the day for price to either take out the previous daily low, the previous daily high, and then when that happens, if there's an SMT created, that's when I form my bias. That's what I'm forming by. That's how I'm going to form my bias. So again, letting everything rely based off of the daily chart. You're longing NQ right now. Why? Don't do that. You're going to get torched. Bro, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at what the market is doing right now to everybody. What are we doing? We just had a random pump on NQ at 10:40. This is exactly why I don't trade past this time. And Trump also speaking. Random ass pump from a consolidation here, all the way taking out Asia highs. After we take out Asia highs, we are now destroying the longs that people are taking after reaching that session high. Like, this is the day that the market is finishing out and closing off the monthly candle, closing off the quarterly candle. You guys are going to get... Oh, man. Come on. You know better than this. You know better than this. Look at the hourly chart, bro. This is a straight up barcode. You can scan this shit, get a coupon at Walmart. The only thing that even looked good was Dow sells. ES and NQ look like dookie pookie. I think me doing that, I just spit on my fucking screen. Damn it. Yeah, and honestly, NQ is probably going to run to these relative equal lows. I wouldn't be surprised. And if it doesn't, then I don't know. Literally don't know. What's going on? What happened? J down, can you why did you not use the 5-minute 935 as an order block? Where's that? This is okay. This is not an order block for me because you can look at the size of the body compared to the wick. Even on my indicator will not plot forever model order blocks that are not with a body of the candle that outweighs the size of the wick. Like, this is a valid OB here because the body is outweighing the size of the wick. This is not a valid order block. Neither is that even an order block for me. That is not it. Mm-mm. My one-on-ones is more, it's all accountability factor. Like, it's basically me looking over your shoulder and monitoring everything that you do. So if you feel like you need somebody to hold you accountable in your trading, then I would say yes. If not, then no. But if you're in the longs, I don't really know where you're putting your stop loss, but this is horrifying to look at right now. This is horrifying. Okay. You guys don't need to. I see your message. 950? What's 950? Yeah, like you could have taken 950. You could have taken 950 to Asia highs. Because if you took 950 here, right here, if you took this one to Asia highs with your stop at like let's say you put your stop at the body and you targeted Asia highs, you would have gotten one to one. Yeah, see, like I mean, I guess I probably would have if I took this, I probably would have partialed at Asia highs, went break even, and then this retracement lower would have knocked me out. That's probably what it would have happened to me. I'm guessing. But that's something that you could have done because it was a second run of the low while still holding the SMT at the lows. So you got it. You got it marked off. You got it right. I hope the longs work out for you, bro. Deadass. Because I could not take shorts with the SMT at the lows. If we had an SMT, or like let's say the Dow Jones pushed higher or ripped higher at the open, and we created an SMT at the previous daily high, then I definitely wouldn't have wanted to trade. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't really put it as like this drop as a liquidity sweep or what do you say, trap? I'm only saying that because we violated the 15-minute fair value gap here. I just don't like it because there's SMT at the highs and there's SMT at the lows. Appreciate that, bro. That means a lot. Thank you. What am I looking at? Bullish or bearish? I'm looking at paint dry right now. That's what I'm looking at. I could not tell you what this thing wants to do. Zin trick. That was first try. That was first try. Are you kidding me? That was behind the back. What? Yeah, that was tough. That was tough. Yo, mods, clip that. That was tough. Yeah, I bet your mentor can't do that, huh? Damn it. If I want to buy the indicator, can I only... No, I don't think they could take... There's no... I don't think crypto is not an option, unfortunately. Let me ask 2 degrees, actually. Let me ask 2 degrees. I took a bullish 15-minute to 4-hour. What do you think about it? See, this is the sticky situation right now. Again, like I said before, there's SMT at the highs and there's SMT at the lows. So there's SMT at these highs resting here on NQ, but there's also SMT at the previous 4-hour lows here. Now, Asia highs were my draw on liquidity. Now, like, price is trading into a bearish order block resting here. But also price is trading and still within a bullish order block here and here. Like, I could frame and see both sides of the market right now. And when that's the case, I'm not going to put anything on. But again, I'm going to say this for like the 5th time. It's the last day of the month and the last day of quarter 3. I'm asking 2 degrees if there's any other way of payment. Yeah, see, price is literally like, this is legit barcode. Seek and destroy type of thing. Hmm. 5-minute looks horrendous. 3-minute, this is literally insane. Like, we're about to create a 1-minute head and shoulders. Same with a 3-minute. Is this how y'all trade? Last day of the month. Last day of September. Tomorrow's October 1st, gang. Tomorrow's October 1st. What do you think? I don't like longs right now. I don't. Yes, D. Howie, we are closing off the quarter and we're closing off the month. If price doesn't do anything within like the first hour of equities open, you're most likely going to anticipate price to do nothing for the day. Or we move in the PM session. But again, I don't think that we're going to move in the PM session. I don't think we're going to move in the PM session either. Am I done this week with trading? No. The week still just started. I typically only take 1 to 3 trades a week, max. My frequency on trades is not high. Like, I don't trade every day. Like, just because we're day traders doesn't mean we trade every day. I need to wait for certain things to happen in the market, and then when everything happens properly and it suits my criteria, then I go in. I'm not doing anything or seeking, like, I'm not adjusting my model to just so I can get a trade off. I took 1 trade this morning and it was a loss because I bought in pre-market. And then the open smacked me. Because that's why I thought that we were going to go long, take out Asia highs, and reach into like 50% of the daily wick from previous day. And I had NQ as the stronger pair, so I wanted a long NQ. No, NQ was a stronger pair. Going into the day, it was a stronger pair because we had the daily showed me that with the SMT at the previous daily low. Because ES took out the low. And on top of that, being inside of a 4-hour gap. You know? But I think that now, since we've been doing nothing, we took out Asia highs already. That was my objective for the day. Or low-hanging fruit. After we took out those highs, we violated that 15-minute gap, traded into this 15-minute order block, and now I think that price probably goes lower. Any trades that I open now? No. I'm not in any trades right now. I'm just calling price live for you guys, and I think that price goes to these relative lows on NQ. See, I don't. Also, look at the same thing too with foreign currencies. Foreign currencies are doing the same thing. We're also like hourly chart, barcoding, 30-minute chart, 15-minute chart, looks the same thing. Up, down. We're getting the same sort of replication all across the board. The only thing that actually played out decent was gold 4-hour to 15-minute from that order block here. This was the only thing that I saw that was good. That was the only thing. No. I mean, I have a forever model course on my WAP, but like everything that I already given out on my like everything that you'll ever need is already on my YouTube for free. I don't think that selling courses is something that people should do. I think that's idiotic. I think it's ridiculous to charge people for content. I think the only thing that's reasonable for someone to charge is for live trading. That's it. I think that charging for a PDF or a video of pre-made shit is absolutely idiotic. Gold already reached what I think it was going to do. This would have been my trade on gold if I was watching it. Here, targeting a 1 to 2. And I didn't take it. That would have been my trade. My for tomorrow, it's honestly going to look like the Dow Jones might want to come down to this low here. Like, I think that this low should go on the Dow. And that's this low on NQ. Like, I feel like that's where price could be gravitating to, or these relative lows here. That makes the most sense to me based off of the daily. And if we don't get, like, if let's say the Dow like is prominent on the sells and NQ and ES fail to like kind of displace lower, then we could see the SMT at that low if we run it on YM and then we run higher. Or if we show weakness out of NQ and ES, then this is that weekly fair value gap that I'm talking about. Down here. That maybe we reach on NFP. Maybe. But again, what do we have tomorrow? We have 2 high impact news drivers that you guys should be waiting for to then get a read on what we do next. Because I could say one thing, but then news could come in, give us our depiction on price, which is why I always say, like, let news do damage, let it provide a manipulation, let it create an SMT, a cracking correlation between the triad, and then you'll be able to depict what could 9:30 do next if 8:30 news or 8:15 news manipulated. If 8:15 news doesn't do anything tomorrow, wait for 9:30 to provide a manipulation, create an SMT, a cracking correlation, and then go from there. And if 9:30 doesn't do anything, wait for 10 o'clock because we also have 10 o'clock high impact news. The whole thing that you're doing right now is you're just coming into the day. You're waiting for price to provide a manipulation in a key level, create an SMT, and then you frame what you're doing for that day following that. That's all you're doing. Easy 1-2 step process. Let news or these important key times depict what you're going to do on that day. $9.50. ES was not the pair to long today. ES is honestly never the pair to trade, if I'm being completely honest with you. It'll always be NQ strength, YM weakness, ES in the middle, NQ weakness, YM strength, ES in the middle. Like, that's what it'll always be. I hardly ever do anything on ES. Giveaway at 11:55. I have to think about what I am, what I'm saying for the name for you guys. That is what I'm thinking about. I think the best time frame is the 15 and the 5 minute. But like I said this yesterday, I would have been fried if I didn't stay on the 15-minute chart. And honestly, same thing today too. 15-minute chart saved me. Same, even the 5 minutes. The 5 minutes saved me too. Because I didn't do anything today because I wanted to get long post the open if we inverse this 5 minute gap. Like, we swept out the lows. We swept out the lows here. And then I wanted to see price do this. Like, I'll have it posted on my Instagram too, of the live recording from this morning. Like, I wanted price to, like, at this candle here, I wanted to see price displays higher through this because 9:30 manipulated, closing, ripping through this low. So I wanted to see price inverse this, and then I would have longed like this. Would have longed here. Probably would have had my stop like at like this low here, like 38 points. And then I would have targeted a 1 to 2 like this. And then at Asia highs, I would have either partialed or I would have went break even. But price obviously past that time didn't give me what I needed. So nothing. And then at this time, I was like, all right, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day. And then obviously, hourly chart looks heinous. ICT is SMT or is SMC. But also, I don't know. I don't really get into that sort of stuff. I trade ICT concepts because I learned from him. I don't care to talk about that feud or that sort of side of that everybody fights about. Nowadays, I'm lowering my desk. Lower. Bow. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. One thing that I wanted to see on gold was it creating a daily gap, but we did that instead of the favor. We did the favor on silver here, running into this. Another daily bias thing. Boom. To boom. This is also a daily to 1 hour as well. Another forever model. You guys should put this in your journal. That's a good one. Nah, Nick didn't take any trades today. Nick didn't do anything today. Would this have hit a 1 to 2? Like it just would have missed. But today's dangerous, guys. Today is dangerous. If you can't see that by now, you'll find out on your P&L. Trust. Trust me. Trust me. It's never a good sign when the wicks are outweighing the size of the bodies. Damn. All right, let me think. What should be the word that we go for giveaway today? What should be the word? She's so fine, but you spelled it wrong, Rich. Let me think. I didn't like the hourly. Let me think. Let me think. Yeah, all right. Your hand is shaking. Oh, I have to go on the YouTube chat to make sure that I see who gets it right on the YouTube chat. All right, let's see. I have my word. It's not a girl, though. It's not a girl. I'll do a girl tomorrow. Let's do. Guys, how many times are you gonna ask me about this hourly, bro? The hourly looked heinous. The 4 hour was a lot more clear. The higher the time frame, the clearer it will get in regards to price. And then I simply just went to the 5 minute and I just watched the 5 minute structure. And I wanted that 5 minute inverse gap. Oh my god, you guys are crazy. All right. The first 3 people to type out first 3 people to type out the forever model. The forever model. 3 words. And I'm screenshotting. 3 words. I got it. I got it. Okay. Rcast, you sold so hard. Rich lifestyle. Tevin and Atlas Market. The forever model, 3 words. And I screenshotted it so you guys can see that I'm not joking. 3 words typed out right there. And bro said MODLE. MODLE. But open up a ticket in the Blue Guardian Discord and you will get your prize. That was actually really funny. That was really funny. But yo, guys, seriously, don't entertain this today. This could go either way. Price is legitimately staying within this tight range between the daily candle, low and high. We'll adapt to current price when we have the opening of the new month, when we have the opening of the new quarter. Price will clear up. It'll get better. Trust me when I say this. Tomorrow, 8:15, 10 o'clock, high impact news. Wait for the news to come in. Wait for a cracking correlation at a key level. Once that happens, then look for your trade and then start hunting. And we'll be all good and set and ready to go. Believe me when I say this, it will only help you in the future. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. And let's get after it tomorrow in the next live stream at 11 o'clock. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll talk to you guys all later on. Deuces, everyone.